We're gonna look at the Claude Design by Entropic Labs. So they have just like last week itself, they have launched or released the Claude Design, which shows that it can do a prototyping, create up wireframes, and the prototypes in the almost like in a workable manner in the HTML they can create it. So we're gonna have a look. We're gonna uh, create the application from the scratch and see how it's gonna create. So let's get started. So over here, what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna put the design system. So I'll search it on the. Let me put the name first. Essential stock market tracker. Click create over here and moving forward. So it's loading right now and it's loaded. Now it shows that it's a design system. You can add the screenshot, attach a code base and drag a Figma file. So design system on the GitHub, any design system. So let me search it on Google and find the GitHub link for the design system. So for that, I'm put the design system GitHub lab. I found so many design systems. So let me find something, a wrapper of the Radix, because I feel that gives a pretty much enterprise sort of a design, because we are building a financial application. So for that, Radix is gonna make more sense. So here's a list of design system, code links, of wrapper links from a GitHub. So I can see we'll go for base UI. Base UI looks fine to me. So here's the base UI. Let me open it, copy the GitHub link over here. I've copied it and I'm gonna paste it directly in the Claude Design. Perfect. So let me go back and set up my design system. And over here, it asked for the link code to the GitHub. I added. They asked me to connect my GitHub account. So let me connect my GitHub account, and it got created. Perfect. And now I need a detailed prompt. So for that, I open a Google Gemini, where I'm gonna create my detailed prompt for my app idea, which is the stock market financial application, a dashboard, which basically. So I asked Google Gemini to create a detailed prompt uh, for building a AI financial stock market tracker. Over here, let me put it down. Okay, now also I need to put like, I just need a dashboard of the design, and that's it, to see like how precisely it can create a dashboard. So over here I put it a dashboard design, and let me, and I get it. So what I'm gonna do now, I put it the detailed prompt over here, and the Claude asked me such a quick alignment questions. I feel this is pretty good, because this doesn't, it is like a controllable manner the AI is moving forward, because it's asked me the questions and moving forward based on the selection what I'm gonna do. So it is good for the, I can say it's good for the product manager, but not for the designers, because the companies really need their own brand language. But we already added the I added already a design system, but I need to confirm more visual variations, what kind of chart I need to be create. So I think this really requires, like, if you create a detailed prompt and put all these things, I don't think so the Claude will ask you the questions, but I haven't put that, so that's why I think it's asking for more clarifications. So let's see. So it asks me some of the questions, and I have submitted that and start building. It's pretty cool, honestly. So here's the options, like there's a buttons on the left top right. Top right, there's like you can put the tweaks. That means like you can put like what sort of sliders you want, the radius, the color, for the action while it's creating the CSS of the overall application. You can also comment it. I think this is pretty good. Like when you have like multiple designer product managers while it's building and you are on a call with Zoom and you're doing the workshop. I think this gonna really gonna help because on the Zoom call, putting the comments and creating the design. I think it's gonna take time for the product team to adopt the Claude Design, but I think this is pretty good when you're doing the workshop and you want the things like in the seconds. Instead, designers build on the time. So I can see there's one of the use case where you are doing the work, you are doing the workshop with designers and engineers, and side by side the designers creating the design based on the based on the conversation going on, and this is like going side by side. You don't need to require and take one more day for a designer to build by collecting the feedback. So there's a plus point where the user can, now the product team can able to add the uh, their own design system, and based on that use the detailed prompt you already have given, and you start putting the changes and you start creating the design basis on that. And in just one working session with your product team, I think you can able to create at least a full prototype where you can, after the workshop, you can able to test it with your users. And I think this is a perfect example where the Claude Go design can able to help the product team a lot. Let's see, it's created some of the designs over here. If you can see the folders, pages, style sheet, so it's creating only in a HTML and the CSS style, nothing more than that. It also gives me in a folder, it gives me, it's taking time, but I think for the base level I just created, so I think it's gonna create at least a base. That means the HTML file, the CSS file, and all the folder. But after once it's completed and you ask for more of the changes, not gonna take much of time. That completed, I think it's gonna create and create something. I think edit the code. Oh, perfect. Here we go. It's a Quant OS. It's created pretty dark mode design over here. It's a tweaks. I think it's like I've turned it on the tweaks on the top, so that's why it's showing the accent color, the density. I can able to choose on the go. It shows me like how it's gonna look like. What prompt I given. Like it's taking the next level of where I stop thinking and taking to the next level by providing too much of information. I think this not really needed because from my understanding, too many options provided, and now it puts the product team to in a confusion what features really require and what is not. And at that time I think the skills really required, the prompting, the skills for giving the AI a proper direction, that is really gonna be required. So this is the way that you can create a multiple, like it is best use case for the design workshops, honestly, for the designers and product team. I'm pretty sure about that. But apart from that, I think it's created like multiple screen. I asked only for a like dashboard, but it's created a dashboard with a deep analysis, and now furthermore for the screening. I love it, like honestly, like for the first, based on the like the design system I provided, which is the base UI, using that from the GitHub, they've created this. Like what else you need, honestly? This is like closing the forever loop of back and forth between the designers and having the feedback sessions with the stakeholders. And I think this really gonna help. It's not gonna replace, but yeah, it's gonna help for fast prototyping, and then showing that to the all the stakeholders, and designing in seconds. So I think this is a perfect example for that particular use case. But apart from that, I think let's see what else it's created. I think this is pretty much it. It's created pretty good design, and I think also what you can do uh, it's created multiple folder with the JavaScript, with HTML and CSS. And the best thing about that is that there's a share button on the top left, right? So that share button, let me check, export, where you can send it to the Claude code. You can completely download in a pptx, you can download the overall html file, or you can share it through to your team member. And I think this is closing somehow the half loop or the full loop for the workshops. And I think this is pretty good, and I think this is the in a beta phase, in a research phase. So I think this is going to be changed a lot of things. Like if you remember, like in 2022, I still remember that GPT-4 comes in, and from in just 3 years, how tremendously it has been changed. It changed the reasoning part, how the overall structure created initially in the chat GPT. Now the Claude comes in, completely disrupting the industry. And I think this is also going to be changed the same way in the future. But for now, you have this, and you can use it in your design process or product cycle. So yeah, I think that's it about the Claude code. If you like it, feel free to subscribe, like it, and I see you in our next video. Peace.